his response to Greta having reportedly helped confirm he was in Romania, given how quickly
so he owned himself. Welcome back. Today I am reacting to when internet celebrities get destroyed by Penguinz0 from Penguinz0. And if you like my content, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, press the notification button, and show me and Penguinz0 some love. By the way, I watch Penguinz0 stuff, and this was just a fine point of me saying, hey, this could be actually quite fun. So let me just do it. Wait, I have to get this character correctly in. This is how we do it. Good. So let's just start, won't we?
TikTok weirdo
Dog apology, dog situation. This guy is a big old loser.
to destroying the cupcake lover himself.
The only two certainties in this world are death and EDP looking for cupcakes.
Here are 6 times internet
EDP is by default a children enjoyer. It's disgusting.
celebrity
And he got caught and got away with it too. That's the worst part about it. No legal repercussions for him.
got destroyed by Penguinz0, starting with the most evil mother in YouTube history.
Oh, F me. Penguinz0 actually destroyed her. Okay, I didn't know that, but you hear her.
Ruby Frank, who would get exposed for her crimes and destroyed by Charlie on August 30th, 2023. Well, Ruby always came across as a loving but strict mother on her
Loving but strict. I'm gonna be honest, I like the way of loving but strict, but she was a monster. There wasn't anything strict, this was just brutality.
Look at me.
Pure.
You're going straight to bed, and you don't get dessert today.
Behind the camera hid a completely different story.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. And he's said he just came from a neighbor's house. He's emaciated, he's got tape around his legs, he's hungry and he's thirsty.
The boy in question was Ruby's
She basically let the freaking children starve. That's so disgusting that
son, Russell Frank, who she'd tied up before he escaped and got help.
Hi, I was just wondering if you could do 2 favors.
Well, what are they?
Taking me to the nearest police station.
The neighbors called 911, and first responders arrived to find gruesome wounds on the boy.
He was tied on the ground with a rope.
yeah, this is
That's where the
with this thing tied up. I mean, I understand if you're consequential, but this is just disgusting.
wounds came from. They put cayenne pepper mixed with honey on the wounds.
Along with another scarred and starving child inside the house.
We helped your brother. If we want to get you some help too, we are safe. We will not hurt you.
This shook the entire internet, including Charlie.
Ruby Frank is basically a monster out of a horror film. The way she treats her children is like the way prisoners are treated at Guantanamo Bay.
6
Yeah, that's true. Also, the children couldn't even defend themselves no matter what, because if you're hungry and thirsty, that actually robs you of any energy you can have, and you're just a way easier target.
months after being exposed and arrested, Ruby pleaded guilty but shifted blame.
I can see now that over the past 4 years, I was in a deep undercurrent that led us to danger. I was so disoriented that I believed dark was light and right was wrong.
Prompting another video from Charlie a day later.
She had the gall to try and paint herself as a victim almost, making claims that she was manipulated and like morally confused, and it ended up with her turning into this child abuse. It's ridiculous.
It is. By the way, it is totally. It's just so fucked up. And sadly, turning yourself to a victim works. This is the saddest part of this. This monster wouldn't see a child if it came to me. This monster wouldn't ever see their children again, ever. And even the father would suffer as badly because he actually let this happen, because he was in the house. It wasn't that he didn't know. He knew.
Charlie then exposed Ruby's claim of seeing the world as evil.
Ruby, if this was your view of the world, why wouldn't you want to rise above that and be the exact opposite of that perspective? Why wouldn't you want to be the one that's not evil in this evil world you believe you live in? That doesn't make any sense. You are just yapping about fucking nothing. This is a nothing burger of a statement.
That seemed to be the judge's opinion too, sentencing Ruby.
And this is the more important thing. The judge said, no, you're full of shit. And I am happy about that. Because normally, it's just so disgusting how many times criminals like that just get away with it scot-free. Or basically with no real punishment to their soul.
To a maximum of 30 years with a final decision pending from the Utah board. But where Ruby Frank's actions are unredeemable...
30 years are fair enough, I guess. I mean... 30 years were fine in my opinion.
Bentelect's actions earned him an educational spanking that taught him an unforgettable lesson. On July 29, 2023, comedy TikToker Bentelect's mistreatment of women would be exposed by Twitter user Jordan Max.
I actually didn't know that. This guy never heard of him.
I was invited to be on a podcast by a pretty popular TikTok creator, and 3 hours before we were supposed to record, he asked me if I wanted to make an OnlyFans video with him, which I declined. And 1 hour before we were supposed to meet up, he canceled, and this is why. The attached screenshots read, "Hey, gonna do the pickle video with someone else. Thanks though." Okay, any particular reason why? To be honest, I thought it would just be fun to film and see where things go, but I get it. And this wasn't the only time Ben tried to collab with a female creator with less than innocent intentions. On a side note, I do think I could probably make us some money on OnlyFans. Bentelect F's crazy into oblivion. These
Freak. And oh my god, this is such a creep. Okay, this guy is a creep. But if you actually want to do some content on OnlyFans with that, then ask around if somebody's willing to actually participate with you. Why do this stuff? This is disgusting.
Messages landed Ben on Charlie's radar, who publicly roasted him in his video, Huge Loser.
So this horny little goblin asks her before going on the podcast, "Do you want to make a video for OnlyFans?" To which she says, "No, you need to be tested within the last 14 days and have an OnlyFans creator account." So he goes real Neanderthal mode. "My wiener no get wet, goodbye. How dare you not do OnlyFans video with Bentelect?"
To make matters worse for himself, Ben then threatened to sue Jordan.
This was just a last...
And I'm gonna be honest, I do not effing care about if he wants to OnlyFans with the person. The only thing I find disgusting is that he actually tried to make it look like he would invite them on the podcast and then abuse this PowerPoint of his. Just abuse this point so he actually gets a video with the model, the OnlyFans model. Like, for fuck's sake, don't do that, just ask her. And if she says no, she says no. What's the problem? There are about freaking... I don't know, probably like 50,000 others near you, so just go and shoot your shot.
Ditch Hail Mary from a desperate, lonely guy to try and get rid of the evidence of him being a creep.
But 15 days after Jordan's post, the TikToker addressed the controversy.
"I've recently been accused of some heinous actions and would like the opportunity to share my disgust at these accusations. I'm a firm believer in the rights and equality of all humans, including women. I stand by the rights for all humans, and that does include women. Those creatures. I am including them in that statement because that's the kind of angel I am."
Ben
Ooh. As absurd as it is, yes, he's correct about that.
Seemed to understand this was a terrible response and deleted it shortly after. But his next apology wasn't much better.
"The first thing I want to say is I'm sorry to anyone that I've made feel uncomfortable."
I love how nonchalant he is about this whole thing, just trying to downplay the situation. Like, if I made any of you feel a bit icky, a little uncomfy, I'm super sorry. That wasn't my intention. You must have misunderstood it.
I want to say to any girl who I've been rude to, whether through text or in person, that I'm sorry. I understand that me being sorry does not excuse that kind of behavior. I will continue to work on myself and do better. Thanks, guys.
The whole...
Damn.
The first...
Such a shit apology. It's already clear that he just doesn't mean it. It's a corporate apology.
First AI chat GPT written apology.
Yeah.
This just ticked every basic box. There's really nothing of value here at all. Dog shit apology, dog shit situation. This guy is a big old loser.
While Bentellect was creepy though, Andrew Tate's much worse alleged actions forced an even more passionate response.
The 80, the entry. Oh my god, this. Yeah, disgusting. Also, disgusting human being. Trafficking, just doing all those things to freaking human beings. Yeah.
From Penguinz0. On December 27, 2022, Andrew Tate would make one of the biggest mistakes of his life. Hello, Greta Thunberg. I have 33 cars, and this is just the start. Please provide your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection and the respective enormous emissions. The then 19-year-old Greta Thunberg replied with her own sassy tweet. Yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com, prompting Andrew
Okay. I don't like Greta, but this was actually...
to post a 2-minute-long response video.
Greta's email address is, I have small dick energy. Why would that be your own email address, Greta? Strange.
Did he... Oh my god. His ego got harmed by this own so hard that he had to do a video about it. He's pathetic. He may be rich, but he's pathetic. I'm gonna be honest, if somebody roasts me this good as a counter, I respect that person more.
I mean, also, I don't want to assume her gender. It's 50-50, but it is what it is. I'm not actually mad at Greta. Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled. She doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the Matrix.
Andrew was arrested 2 days later by Romanian authorities investigating him for human trafficking. His response to Greta having reportedly helped confirm he was in Romania, given how quickly...
So he owned himself. I didn't even know that. Beautiful.
The tables turned, Charlie couldn't resist a laugh at Andrew's expense.
It's almost poetic in a sense. He got finally taken down because he just absolutely couldn't fight his own ego. He made this emotionally charged, absolutely pathetic response video to try and look cool once again for his audience, and in doing so, he led the authorities right to him and his brother, who had been, I guess, evading them for quite some time. Pretty wild situation, honestly.
To make himself look even worse, Andrew also made eschewal comments about Greta before his arrest.
One of his immediate tweets after this was talking about having sex with her, where some fucking lunatic on there is like, Andrew Tate and Greta need to fuck already. And he just responded saying she isn't ready, which is super creepy and weird, just actual degenerate shit here.
Now, after having spent 3 months in prison, Andrew Tate is awaiting trial in Romania and unable to leave the country. Unlike Andrew, though, Riley Reid would even beef with Penguinz0, all because of something much more hilarious. On July 5th, 2017, Riley would make her first appearance on Charlie's channel thanks to her rap video.
Ride face, put that water on your mustache. Porn swag, 100 G's, Louis duffel bag.
The lyrics resemble some of those romantic Facebook posts that people leave on those softcore Facebook sites that are just incomprehensible, overly horny old men who don't speak English very well.
But things between the two didn't become heated until nearly 2 months later, when Riley's friend Abby Malley drew an explicit picture of her. Charlie saw the fan art and commented on it.
I made a tweet about it. It was a very vague tweet. I didn't say what porn star. All I said was, haha, I just saw, porn star's fan art with her gaping asshole in crayon. It was great.
What happened next, we unfortunately only have Charlie's word for.
I guess people found it and told the artist that I said that, and then the artist called me an asshole, and then Riley Reid retweeted that saying I'm an asshole, so then they were just double teaming me.
Charlie attempted to recreate the drawing that started it all.
I took it upon myself to try and doodle it myself. I did 2 attempts here, neither one of them really capture it. This was my first attempt. It doesn't really convey what it looked like. This looks more like a God of War enemy. So then I tried again, and this one just kind of looks like a Wallace and Gromit character doing some naughty shit.
YouTuber then went on to say,
but I honestly don't know why they both got so offended about me making it a joke. I thought the piece was done lightheartedly as just kind of like, hey, look at this little doodle I did. You remember when you did that photo shoot where you spread your butthole wide? Well, here it is in crayon. I didn't know it was going to be a hill you want to die on defending it as some type of artistic masterpiece or anything.
And while Riley and
I mean, art is such a thing. It's subjective. It's totally subjective. Somebody thinks something's art, then something's art. But god damn it, this is.
Charlie have had no new drama. Things between them have been less than stellar since. Even then, Riley's song wasn't the worst that landed on Penguinz0's radar, as proven by Colleen Ballinger's infamous apology.
I mean, I've seen this girl a lot of times, but I never knew who this is.
Who on June 8th, 2023, would become YouTube's biggest creep after ex-fan Adam McIntyre shared her messages to underage fans. Are you a virgin? What's your fave position? Tell me all the thoughts you had when you first got your periods. The internet was enraged, and 21 days later, Colleen posted her infamous apology.
Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things.
What the F? The ukulele is actually her shtick. I just thought it was a funny clip or something, like, not funny, but the thing that I seen the first time. But that it's really her hard shtick, I didn't know that. Damn.
Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say.
Which earned her a public spanking from Charlie.
Holy shit, she's done it. She's activating 100% of her brain. What an incredible loophole. Checkmate, lawyers.
Checkmate, lawyers.
Her legal team must have been there like, no! She got us.
Colleen then went on to claim all the screenshots were just gossip and misinformation.
Toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
In the face of very serious claims, she decides to put on the entire clown outfit and grab her trusty ukulele and go to battle. But it's not really a battle because she doesn't even really tackle any of the claims. She doesn't refute anything or defend herself.
Another example of Colleen's delusion was her belief that her victims were the true villains.
I thought you wanted me to take accountability, but that's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise. I'm sure you're disappointed in my shitty little song. I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout.
Unfortunately for Colleen, Charlie disagreed.
Once again, just hawking a big fat loogie in the face of every victim that came forward here. What the f***? That's the opposite of accountability. You're minimizing, downplaying the very real harm you caused to your underage fans.
Charlie ended his video by declaring Colleen's apology the undisputed worst YouTube apology of all time, unlike EDP445,
Oh, I already spoke on him at the start. Damn.
was wiped off the face of the internet, partly thanks to Charlie's coverage of the situation. On April 18th, 2021, EDP would be caught trying to meet a 13-year-old girl.
You came here to engage in sexual activity with a 13-year-old.
EDP tried to deny the allegations.
I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
But the evidence was against him.
If I'm being completely honest, I can't wait to take your shirt off so I can lick and suck on your boobs. I always wanted to get to know someone young and a little cutie like yourself.
And this landed him on Charlie's crosshairs.
The EDP445 situation is like going to a water park, but all of the water has been exchanged for sewage instead. It's gross and yucky, but it's also kind of a wild ride.
Nearly 3 years later, EDP released an apology video.
I want to take full responsibility for my actions that happened on April 21st, 2021. The entire YouTube shit that went down. I don't want to come on here, cry, boo-hoo, beg for people's forgiveness, you know what I mean? The only thing that I'm trying to go for in the distant future is redemption.
Which Charlie had this to say about.
What a bunch of hooey. That is a load of fish paste. He doesn't, in his entire 8.5-minute apology video, he doesn't once refer to what actually happened.
Yep. Corporate answer.
When he's talking about being caught in a child predator sting operation, he calls it that YouTube shit. You can't come on this video and pretend like you're taking accountability or responsibility. If you're not willing to actually tackle what happened and what you were guilty of and actually talk about it directly, and this is just another one of those, a desperate Hail Mary to try and monetize an internet career again because it is all he has. It is the only home that he knows.
Just a month later, EDP was caught engaging with another minor, proving he didn't mean a word in his apology.
Who could?
Yeah, who would thought that? Who'd think that? That a freak of a pedophile. After he got away with it scot-free the first time, he is gonna try it a second time. Who could have guessed?
Could have seen this coming, besides every single human being in the world with a pulse. The only two certainties in this world are death and EDP looking for cupcakes.
Charlie then had predator catcher Jai Dion reveal the details.
He actually talked to a 15-year-old girl.
Like a real one, not like a decoy?
No, like a real legit, like 15-year-old girl.
Despite this, EDP is still under investigation and has yet to go to jail.
Yeah. At the bare minimum, at least something's happening. But as it is, acolytes, good night.